Hello, welcome. Hopefully I can bring you some positivity and hope and laughter this week. Something to help you. I am rich in miracles because I am the greatest miracle in the world. You are a brew of the gods, magic, and the impossible. You are a creation with as much wizardry as any in the universe. You have the ability to move freely and explore. You have the gift of communication and choice. You were born equipped with a power that only gods have. The power to create. It's the only power you need to manifest happiness and freedom forever. And on top of that is, I release all distractions. My life is simple and focused. Remove anything in your life that is not of absolute value. Clear the clutter in your home, your email inbox, and your social media accounts. The price of distraction is much greater than you think. Less distraction equals more awareness, equals more focus on value, equals stronger relationships plus higher levels of creativity, equals more opportunities, equals more success, which equals happiness and freedom. Are your distractions making your perception, making your outlook on life think that you're not capable of things, or, self-doubt? Or even just brain fog. I haven't been on Facebook in years. It's been a very long time, and honestly, I don't regret that. I barely check the weather, honestly. Things that we need to focus on this week. Things we need to shed a light on. Change. Wow. So we got Lilith, Thief of Life. That's really blurry, I'm so sorry. Here, let's try it this way. It tends to work better that way, I don't know why. There we go. So, I'm going to read the book on this one just because this deck is very new to me, but before I read the book. So, last week we talked about how you control your reality, and if you believe that you're fated to suffer, or you're fated to, that you're always at a loss, or things like that, then that's how your life is going to be. And that mindset can steal your life. It can steal your happiness. Because if you believe that you'll never be happy, or that you're not good enough to be happy, or that if you ever achieve greatness or happiness in your life, that it will just be taken away from you. Fear of lack and loss and failure, and even fear of success, you can't let those things control your reality. It's not healthy, and it's not happy, it's not positive, and it's not what you would want for your friends, and it's not what your guides and light beings and angels and the god and the goddess, it's not what they want for you. And if you feel yourself surrounded by energies like that, then illuminate them and turn them into light, positive, happy energies. I've actually came to realize something myself. So, like, ego can, sometimes feed into your fears, and it's not always, like, I don't know. I guess me personally, I always thought that ego was people thinking, or a person might think that they're superior to something, but it could also be, like, your fear's ego. Do you allow your fears and your doubts and things like that to establish superiority over who you are? Lilith, Thief of Life, a creature who has inspired multiple legends across a number of domains and cultures. She pays no attention to border or boundary, consuming any lost soul that wanders across her path in her insatiable hunger. Lilith is the principle of bottomless appetite, that which consumes without nourishment or purpose and is never sated. Where Lilith appears, examine your desires with an honest eye. Would achieving them truly feed you, or are you following an instinct without understanding what it serves? Wow. Are you feeding your fears? Or are you feeding your happiness? And honestly, do you know what makes you happy? That should honestly be what you start out with. I mean, what brings you happiness? What are your goals and aspirations? And are you achieving them so that other people are happy? Or you're achieving them so that you are happy? And is it for good things, or is it just for things that doesn't really matter, you know? And what I mean by that is just like, so, are you doing it to make your ego happy? Because ego isn't you. I mean, it's part of you, but I mean, you gotta keep it in check, right? Master of my life on top. So we have my creative power. I recognize the creative power of my thoughts. I know that I can use them to build or to destroy. Today I choose to use my thoughts to create a universe filled with joy and harmony. I will maintain a positive attitude. I have the power to create love and peace. Are you using your creative power in your life, or are you using your ego power? Inner power. Today I choose to see myself as significant. I acknowledge my true strength. I remain steadfast in the face of adversity. If I stumble, I pick myself up, knowing that I am filled with the power of the universe. I accept and appreciate myself in every way. I contain the most precious treasures of this world within me. The universe shines through me. The universe and love and light shines through you, not fear. And even, like, you know, maybe there's just the stresses of life have you down. Maybe there's just a lot of moving pieces in your life right now. And, you know, when that happens, fear can just, Shelby, what are you doing? Fear can just, put a veil on it, and sometimes we can't see the veil. We can't really tell that it's there. Consciousness. Today I pay attention to every thought and feeling that I manifest. My outer world reflects my inner consciousness. I pour the light of my awareness on my most constructive thoughts, so they will grow and produce the experiences I want. Mindful of what I create in this universe, I become an expression of divine light. Create happiness. And light and positivity. What will help us in here for this week? So, I want you to find your own mantra or something that speaks to you, something that illuminates the darkness within you. That's your homework for this week. Find a saying, a speech, an affirmation, something that helps you, something that speaks to you on a deep level, something that makes the fear within you tremble, the self-doubt within you tremble. Ooh, compassionate change on top. Smile with me. When I am happy, the whole world smiles with me. Other people benefit from my self-love. You know, have you ever, been somewhere? It could be, in school, in a store, maybe at work, and, the one person who's always happy no matter what is happening, no matter, how other people treat them. They're just, happy and giddy. They give you goosebumps when they just walk in the door just because of, the vibrations that come off of them. You gotta be like that. Well, you don't have to, because I'm not, your parent or anything, but maybe just try it once and see how you feel. Hug a tree. I know I sound crazy, but I'm telling you, they love it and it will make you feel better. Gotta up the vibes in your life. Divine Masculine came out. Wow. Ignite the passion within you. Look at all that fire, how it's glowing bright. Wow, that's really blurry. I'm so sorry. Let's try it this way. There we go. That's so much better. So beautiful. So, for the Divine Masculine, balance of opposites, swaying into equilibrium, a platonic relationship. You currently stand in a world that is experiencing the rising and reawakening of the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine has risen to bring balance and to shift the polarities of a world where the pendulum has overswung towards the masculine and henceforth lost the essence of key sacred male energies. The divine masculine is a true representation of the solar energies that bring a warming life force. The divine masculine activates energy, fire, and higher aspects of intelligence to bring a lightning rod of illumination to a world seeking unity. This card is guiding you to bring symmetry to your world. It speaks of an equilibrium, I speak English, I swear, between the masculine and feminine. A feeling world would not exist without the illumination of the mental. One simply cannot be without the other. It is time to rebalance your mind, body, and spirit so you have a stronger, clearer foundation. This mandala also speaks of someone who is about to embark on a sacred rite of passage into manhood or fatherhood. It may also indicate someone who is journeying into a new stage of life as an elder. These are all phases to be honored, and this card indicates the importance of being with kindred brothers. Maybe reading more into the divine masculine is something that you should do. There's a book. Just a second. I read it, and it was about the goddess, but it went into divine masculine too. I don't think it's up here. Anyway, it was called The Spiral Dance, and it was by Starhawk. And at some chapter, it went into the divine masculine in it. Both, we have both energies, and honestly, like, it taught me a lot. I mean, it didn't go, like, in depth, but I mean, it still taught me a lot, and it was something that I started to focus on, and I didn't even know that, like, that part of me was out of balance at that time. So perhaps you're just out of balance, and maybe that's also something you should perhaps look into and work on. Wow. Just something not to do with the reading that I'd like to share. So, something that I started doing personally in my life and has helped me. I started drinking distilled water. I make sure I take my vitamins because it can really drain the vitamins out of you, but I collected this out of the bottom of the distiller after it finished doing its thing, and this is what color the water was. Can you believe that? It's gross. So, another thing that, just a personal experience of mine, after drinking just distilled water for like a few months, I've noticed a significant change. And if you feel like that's something that will help you, maybe switch the water that you drink. Because tap water has like fluoride in it, and that can calcify your pineal gland, and it decreases your IQ. It's terrible for you. It causes brain fog. Anyway, I don't know if any of that helped. Hopefully it did, and hopefully you have a wonderful week.